Guess who got brands talking? Brandlive.co.za.
Good morning, folks, and welcome to the 5th episode of RADA Inspire. You're listening to Brand Live. So, we're a little bit late this month. I know we were supposed to record in the beginning of the month, but better late than never. So, we're looking at a new topic this month, and when we brainstormed this, we thought of looking at orphans and the homeless, and then we thought, the only way that we actually can do what we do is with the support of the community. So we decided, okay, so let's take this, orphans and homeless, and let's extend it to the community. So what we've done is we've brought together a whole bunch of communities around, the sectors that we work in. One of them is Orange Farm, and we've brought people together. And so what RADA has done is, instead of just giving a normal amount of food, bulk food to the orphans, we have given additional food, and we've invited the community, those cleaning up, those helping, supporting us, to come through and assist, and we cooking them, a meal every now and again, maybe once a week, to just assist them with their dietary requirements. Cool. So today's going to be a bit of an interesting show. Instead of bringing some outdoor guests, we've decided to bring in some of the RADA team just to show you a little bit about how we do what we do with the support of our team and community. So first of all, I have Donovan Michael here in studio with me. How's it, Don?
Hey, right, and yourself, Jen?
Good.
Sweet.
Cool. How are you feeling on this Friday morning?
Well and blessed and ready to rock and roll.
Nice. So just a little background on Donovan. Donovan heads up the RADA Training Academy. And at the RADA Training Academy, we offer CETA accredited courses, call center courses, receptionist courses, and I think the main thing that we like to highlight is empowerment. So we're going to be chatting a bit to Donovan about what he does there at RADA Training Academy. And then secondly, a little bit later in the show, we have James Ellis from RADA Care, who heads up RADA Care. So he's very much involved in the community. He goes out to Orange Farm and he takes care, not really takes care, but just oversees what's going on there. Hello, James. Do you want to say hello to everyone?
Hello, Jen. Hello, everyone.
Cool. Okay, so Donovan, how long have you been with RADA Training Academy?
I've been at RADA Training Academy now for just over 2 years and 8 months.
Okay.
Yeah. I started in the 1st of April 2016. I can still remember. It was an awesome day. Yes.
Okay. So tell us a little bit about your background. Where do you come from, and what made you decide to get involved with RADA?
Well, I'm from Durban, 031, the place to be, but now I'm in 011. So, yes, Joburg is the place. Grew up in Durban. Some of my family is still in Durban. A bit about me and my background, working background. I've been in the contact center industry for over 10 years. I've been a facilitator now for the past 11, going on 12 years. What I loved about joining RADA and coming into RADA was not just the fact that I could help individuals, but also empower them and give them a skill set that can take them to the next level. And it's just the vision of RADA that has got me to be with RADA. Yeah.
Nice. Okay, so tell us a little bit about RADA Training Academy and what exactly it is that you do there.
All right. So RADA Training Academy is an academy that offers both accredited courses as well as non-accredited courses. Okay. We firstly offer courses to the corporate industry, whereby we go out, look at companies' needs, then we create material and then go out and upskill the employees to make them more productive. We then use the money from the corporate industry and funnel it back into RADA Training Academy, whereby we then subsidize the underprivileged person that needs assistance. And part of what we do is, it's not just giving you product knowledge, but also upskilling you in your everyday life, in your belief system, in you wanting more out of life and seeing that there is more to life than just what's in front of you. A lot of our learners that come in are struggling, but once they leave the training, they are more motivated. They want to go out and they want to make something of their lives. So that's what we do at RADA Training Academy. It's not just product knowledge, but it's also motivation, inspiration, and showing people that you can do whatever you put your mind to doing.
I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, we want to talk to you a lot more about that and how it ties in with, November month and what we're doing in terms of orphans, homeless, empowerment and all that kind of stuff. But for now, I think let's take a listen to a song it's called I'll Be There by Brendan Praise.
Live from 27 boxes in the heart of Melville, this is brandlive.co.za.
You and I must make a pact. We must bring salvation back. Where there is love, I'll be there. I'll reach out my hand to you. I'll have faith in all you do. Just call my name and I'll be there. I'll be there to comfort you, build my world of dreams around you. I'm so glad that I found you, and I'll be there with a love that's strong. I'll be your strength, I'll keep holding on. Yes, I will. Let me fill your heart with joy and laughter. Togetherness, well, that's all I'm after. Whenever you need me, I'll be there. I'll be there to protect you with an unselfish love. I respect you. Just call my name and I'll be there. I'll be there to
I love, love, love that track. Gives me goosebumps every time. Cool. So welcome back to the show, Donovan. And, I love what you were talking about there in terms of like upskilling, empowerment and all that kind of stuff, and how you guys funnel the money from the corporates through to the man on the street. How do you go about selecting the man on the street who can come through and do a training course?
Well, basically what we would normally do is we would advertise on social media. We do a lot of flyer drives. It's also a lot of word of mouth. So guys that come in and train with us would go back and then speak to their friends and speak to people in their community. So the reason why we can actually offer these courses to the underprivileged individual is because it's subsidized and it gives everybody the opportunity to be able to learn a skill set that can help them. So to answer your question, yes, we do a lot of marketing, we do a lot of advertising, but it's a lot of word of mouth as well. Yeah.
And what has your response been? What is the need out there in terms of the man on the street?
So if you look at it, our unemployment rate in the country right now is sitting at 57%. And 45% of those are school leavers, people that have dropped out of school, or even guys that have joined tertiary education but cannot do anything. So we target that type of group of individuals because we want them to learn a skill. For example, our call center training course, the reason why we do it is because call centers is the fastest growing industry in South Africa. And by us giving you that skill set, it gives you a chance of finding employment much faster than if you had to do any other type of training.
Okay. And are you guys involved in helping people find employment at all?
That's an excellent question, Jen. Yes, so with that, how we do it is when you come for training, once you've done with the training, we then add you to our WhatsApp group, whereby we then go online, we look for job opportunities, and then we post it into that WhatsApp group. We also look at speaking to businesses, and if they are looking for any type of person for a specific role, we then give our learners the information and then they can apply for the jobs. The good thing about us is that we also assist our learners in post-training assistance. So for example, Jen, if you had to come in for training and you got a call to go in for an interview, we ask you to call us before that so that we can role play with you and then we can prep you for the interview, because at the end of the day, we want you to be the number one candidate sitting in that room and we want you to get that job. So yes.
No, I love that. And I love that you say that you guys have a WhatsApp group and that you guys actually stay in touch with the people, and there's a bit of a human connection, a community that you guys form there at RADA Training Academy, as opposed to, you're not just there trying to make the money and move on. So yeah, I really, really like that. So tell me, what have been some of the biggest challenges that you guys have faced there at the Training Academy?
Well, I'd say some of our challenges is as a training academy that wants to help a lot of people, the challenges that we have is that we do have overheads, but at the same time we have to look beyond that, and we do a lot of marketing, whereby we go into businesses and we even ask people to sponsor a learner, for example, because yes, we are subsidizing courses and we're helping people, but we still got bills to pay. So one of our projects that we have launched is Sponsor a Learner Matriculant Project, and we go out to the community and we tell people, instead of giving a learner money, why not give them a skill set that can help them make money? And this is how we have an impact, because it's a pay it forward mentality. You help me, I help the next person, and we all help each other at the end of the day.
Yeah, no, I really love that. I once read this book. It's called Toxic Charity, and they talk about how people just give and there's this sense of entitlement. But I love that there's actually, there's a sense of like, let's grow them as a person, let's move them forward. So yeah, I really like that. So can you maybe share with us, do you guys have any that comes to mind, like a success story of someone that just exceeded beyond their means?
Definitely. So one of our learners, and I'm going to mention her name is Komotsu. She came in for training. She never worked before, but she was so enthusiastic. She was so motivated and so passionate that after the training, there was an opportunity for her to work in a debt collection company. And I called up and I was like, you know what, Komoto, I think this is going to be the best job for you. And it ended up whereby the owner of the company actually called us back to say, well, she is one of the most outstanding individuals that he has met, because she doesn't have a lot. She doesn't come from a background where people could motivate her or whatever it is, but she's self-motivated and she's working to grow within the company. And I'm glad to say that from the time she has started, she's actually been promoted to a better position. And for us, that's what we want. That's what we want to see. We want to see people make it in life. And that's what makes us want to come to work and want to work harder, because the more we see you grow, the more we push harder for us to grow as well. So yeah.
You know, you mentioned there about her having the motivation and stuff to grow. Do you find that people that come in there, do you find that they're just looking for a skill set, and you have to sort of break down the barriers and say, look, this is a mentality thing that you actually need to grow yourself and be motivated to get to the next level, as opposed to just getting a skill set going and doing what you need to do? Is that something that you guys teach as well?
Good question, because you spoke about entitlement earlier on, and it's strange that we live in a time whereby people believe that everything should be given to them and they don't have to work hard for it. And that's something that we instill in all of our learners, about self-belief, about working hard, and about knowing that if you don't go out there and you don't put in the effort, you're not going to get anything out of it. So yes, when people come in, normally when they come in on day one, it's all about, okay, you know what, I'm here to learn about call center training and what a call center is about. But on day two, they can see that it's all about wanting more, working hard, and having a plan that you can and you will work towards. But ultimately, it comes down to this, is that if you don't put yourself out in the market, nobody's going to come and hire you for the position.
Yes.
So we plant the seed of, make sure that you are thinking ahead. Make sure that you are not sitting at home and waiting for people to do things for you. Make sure that you go out and you network. So as soon as you complete the training with us, go out and hand out your CVs. Send out emails to companies. Speak to people in your neighborhood. Network, because that's the only way that you are then going to empower yourself. So yes, we do empower you with, or we do plant the seed of, you should want more out of life, and you shouldn't wait for things to fall into your lap, because it's never going to work like that. Yeah.
And I guess that's what RADA and RADA Inspire is all about as well. It's about planting the seed and inspiring change in other people. And eventually it just causes this, the snowballing of positive change in the world. So if there is anybody out there and they're looking for a helping hand, they're looking to get to that next level, take the next step like we were talking about, how can they get hold of you? Where do they go?
All right. Yeah. So you can firstly visit us on our Facebook page, which is RADA Training Academy. You can also WhatsApp us, and we will gladly call you back and respond to your WhatsApps on the number 073 920 4883. Alternatively, you can call us on 0861 484848, and we will call you back. So you just call us, tell us, you know what, I need assistance. We'll take your number down and we will call you back to assist you. And then you can also go onto our website as well, which is www.radatraining.co.za, to have a look at all of our courses that we have on offer.
Perfect. If you don't mind, can you repeat those numbers quickly?
Sure, definitely. Our WhatsApp number, I'm going to say it a bit slow. It's 073 920 4883. And you can call us on 0861 484848. That's an easy one.
Perfect. So there you have it, folks. And also, you can also visit the RADA website, which is www.rada, that's RADA.co.za, and you'll be able to get through to all the websites. There's tabs there for RADA Training Academy as well. So, I mean, before I let you go, there's just a few last things that I want to talk to you about. One of the things is the sponsor learner. So obviously now we've looked at those who need a helping hand, but let's look at those who can help those. How is it the same contact details that they can get in touch with you?
Thank you, Jen. Yes, definitely. If there's anyone out there that's listening to this that wants to make a change in somebody's life, that if you don't have the time, all you can do is give us a call. we can tell you exactly who we have available for you to sponsor. If you have somebody that you want to sponsor, you can even just call us and say, I've got this individual, can I send him through? What is the process? And then we can assist you. Also, we're also looking for individuals that, if you don't have money, why not share your time? Because you've got a vast amount of knowledge, know-how that you can impart to people. So we're looking for mentors. We're looking for people that can take on our learners and guide them and show them that there is more to life than what's in front of them, and that you do go through challenges and you have overcome those challenges, and that's why you are in the position where you are today. So yes, if you're listening to this, we want you.
Nice one. Okay, so my last question for you before I let you go. I mean, you out there and you teaching these people every day, but I'm sure you've seen a lot of things and you've come across a lot of stories, and I'm sure you've learnt a lot in this process. Can you maybe share, how you've grown as a human being?
Definitely. And I always tell all of my learners this, is that I'm not in the position where I am because somebody just handed it to me. Throughout my life, I've been through a lot of struggles, a lot of tribulations, and I've had to learn how to adapt and how to change and how to grow. But along the way, a lot of people also helped me and empowered me and inspired me to where I am. And that's the reason why I am in the place that I am today, is because I want to give back. I want to see people grow. And I love doing what I'm doing. And I come to work every day to motivate others, because I feel motivated when I see you become somebody in your life. And for me, that's the number one thing. Yes, we all want stuff in life, but to see other people make it in life is basically what makes life what it is at the end of the day. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming in and chatting to us and sharing your story. I really hope that we can help a lot of people going forward. And I mean, RADA has done so much, and I'm so glad that it's helped you and motivated you as well. So before we say hello to James and we bring him on air, let's take a listen to this ad.
Everyone holds the power within to change their own life. Sometimes we need a little guidance. RADA is a non-profit company founded to empower people to help themselves. An acronym for rape, alcohol, drug and abuse. RADA has launched a new and exciting campaign, RADA Inspire, designed to encourage ordinary citizens to make a difference. You don't have to be exceptional. All it takes is to do one small thing differently, and by improving, you raise your resonance, creating a ripple effect of positive change. We don't have to stand tall, but it is important that we stand up and take action. Become a RADA Angel. Visit www.rada.co.za or share your story with us using #RADAInspire.
Have you ever thought about the power of social media? Social media has the power to make your business grow. Yeah. Why don't you let us manage your social media? Because our business is to see your business grow. Visit us at www.beastownmedia.co.za.
Live from 27 boxes in the heart of Melville, this is brandlive.co.za.
Welcome back, guys, on this Friday morning. It's really, really, really hot, and we hope you're surviving out there in this weather and keeping cool. So now, thank you so much to Donovan for coming on air and chatting to us and sharing his story. He's somebody that are working alongside him, because I'm also part of RADA in many different aspects, and working alongside him is really somebody that I admire and somebody that encourages me every single day. So now we say hello to James Ellis, who heads up RADA Care. Welcome, James.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
Good. Thank you. So tell us a little bit about your involvement in RADA. How long have you been together with RADA, and what your position entails?
So I've been at RADA for almost a year and a half now. I joined in June 2017 as the RADA Care project manager. So what we have is various homes of safety. They include orphanages, old age homes, and then we have places like the Deep Kloof Community Centre that we work with. And there's amazing people that work at these places, and they're trying really hard with limited resources to help their communities, help children, help elderly people. And I do what I can to support them, obviously through RADA, and give them what they need, find out how things are going, what's happening, and assist them in any way that we can.
Okay, so I mean, you get down and dirty. You're really in the dark side of things. So, working in that environment must be really tough sometimes. How do you cope with that?
There's good days and bad days, and there's also plenty of normal days in between. But the good always outweighs the bad. There's a few rough days where you go home and you feel a little bit down, or certain things have happened. But the good moments are so uplifting and so rewarding. Seeing the difference that RADA makes to hundreds of people.
Yeah.
Even 2 or 3 at a time, and you see their appreciation and what you've done for them, and it makes everything a lot easier, I guess.
Yeah. No, I can imagine. It does a lot for you as well. Like we were talking to Donovan earlier. It's not just about the other person. It grows you as a person yourself as well. So, I mean, is this something that you've always wanted to do? Can you tell us a little bit about your background and why you got involved with RADA specifically?
Sure. So I was born in the UK.
Okay.
But moved here, moved to Malawi for 10 years when I was just a couple of months old. So I think that gave me quite a nice grounding and quite a sort of humble beginning. And then we moved here to South Africa just before I started high school. And I was just always in communities that needed help, and always saw people that needed help. And I saw a lot of people doing good work towards that, and it was very inspiring. So straight out of uni, I actually went to another NGO. That was the first proper full-time job that I got, and I was there a couple of years. And I guess I just got the bug for it, and it's just what I wanted to do. So when I left there, I was looking for another non-profit or NGO to join, and RADA's vision really struck me. It was incredible to try and form a self-sustainable NGO where the money pool is not quite fought over, but between other non-profits, everyone's trying to get the funding that's out there. So for RADA to try and provide its own funding, and then have its own projects to put that towards, was just a great model.
Yeah, I think that's also an important point to highlight. When we did our first episode of RADA Inspire on Brand Life, we chatted to JP Nobrega, who is the founder of RADA, and we chatted about his story and how he was a tax accountant and sold a lot of his assets and stuff to start RADA. And even though we have challenges and we need to sustain ourselves, a lot of the administration and income and that stuff comes from JP himself. So we take our hat off to him and admire him for the work that he is doing. But nevertheless, we still always need help, whether it's time, whether it's money, whether it's advice. We're not walking around saying that we're the best. We're saying that we need as much help as we can possibly get. And the more people that gather together is the only way we're going to be able to make the change. So tell us, do you have any story that sticks out for you? Some success story, something that's somebody's overcome that you've managed to witness in your time at RADA?
There was one of the kids at the orphanage. It's a lot of younger ones, around the age of 10. But there's an older boy who's just matriculated, and he's finished off, and it's a tough circumstance there. They all go to school at the orphanage at Orange Farm, Tato Kamatla. They're all sent to school, but the environment there, it's got to be very hard to focus to go to school every day, because if you leave, they're not going to check.
Yes.
You go off with your friends, and there's a fairly low pass rate and lower average marks in that kind of community than most. And he came out with a really good average, passed his matric, and just set himself up so well. He was just determined, focused, didn't let anything around him distract him. And he came out great. And now he's looking. We're actually going to hopefully send him to Donovan at the training academy.
Nice.
And get him to do a course there to further him. But he is well on his way to setting a life up for himself. I
love that the way that RADA is actually set up. It's it's like this beautiful little cycle that happens. Like you say, we've stepped in there at grassroots level, and we've been helping these people all along, but now they can move on to RADA Training Academy, and then they can go on and find a job, and RADA assists them right through the process. It's not a we've helped you, now go off and do your thing, so there is a sense of self-responsibility that does need to happen, and we do acknowledge that. Coming back to the toxic charity thing, where we don't just give handouts, we help people to grow themselves and better themselves. And so we've heard that you guys are going to be adopting more orphanages and old age homes, and can you tell us a little bit about that? I think you guys are getting involved in Eldorado Park, is that correct?
Yes, so we identified a new orphanage and a new old age home about 2 months ago now, and we've adopted both of those.
Okay, that's wonderful.
Since, which is great. So the old age home has about 80 people in it. The oldest lady, I think, is 106.
Sure, that's amazing.
So she was quite an interesting person to meet. And then another orphanage near Eldorado Park called Villa of Hope, and they have almost 50 kids there. I think it's 48 kids on a full-time basis. And then just because they have the space and they like to help those in need, they run a daycare for about 100 kids. So every day, kids around 6 and 7 years old come in there. They pay hardly anything a month. They feed them twice a day. So yeah, those 2 new places, we're very excited to be helping.
Okay, that's amazing, and that means your workload has increased.
That's all right.
But I mean, on that note, we like I say, we require support. And how can people get involved with RADA Care?
There's many ways. I mean, I find financially, obviously, there's always a need, and there's a wish list on our website of specific things that each project is in need of. And then time as well. We're doing a community cleanup next week in Orange Farm, across the road from the orphanage. There's a big patch of land, but it's covered in litter and other things. So we're getting about 50 people out there to clean the whole area, so we can hopefully set it up to make it a better play area for them. So there's always different things, but there's always something that comes up that we can either use your time or your money or whatever you can give. Like I said, even with the training academy, advice, a bit of knowledge.
Nice.
All sorts.
Okay. And any big plans for 2019?
We'll likely adopt another home or two at some point in 2019. If things progress quickly, we'll look to do more. We're busy building a rehab to help those with addiction problems. So that will hopefully be ready in 2019, or at least building again and getting that set up. So those are the main things on the agenda, but I'm sure a few things will pop up by then.
Definitely. Cool. So thank you so much for joining us in studio today.
Cool, you're very welcome.
And I hope you have a fab weekend.
Thank you, Jen. Thank you for having me.
Cool. It's been my absolute pleasure. So I think from our side, just to end things off, we just want to encourage the citizens of South Africa to just take a moment, do something meaningful for those in your community. We all share this land together, and in order to make it a better place, we just need to come together and show a little gratitude for the small actions that people are doing to contribute to the greater good. So yeah, that's all for now, and I just hope that you guys have a fab weekend. Let's keep spreading positivity through our actions. We're going to play out with the RADA theme song, We Stand Together. So until next time, be the way, be the change, one day at a time.
I'll be your rock till the end. I will not move.
that life can be great. You're not alone in it. Don't get lost in your head. Don't lose your beauty with it. There's nothing that we can make. Together we can make the world share. Take my hand, together let's move forward. We stand together. We stand together.
Live from 27 boxes in the heart of Melville, this is brandlive.co.za.